where the turf meets the surf down at Old Del Mar. Take a plane, take a train, or your broke down car. Frank and Ciaran are broadcasting near and far, while Mark Gelding's drinking at the Paddock Bar. Oh, the low takeout pick 3 makes us look mighty smart, with the high minimum doubles that pull at our heart. Just get to the windows and bet the high stakes. We're risking it all for the profit it makes. Those low takeout rules keep our pockets well lined on the top wagering show that you ever will find. So cash in your ticket, let's take home the dough, where the turf meets the surf. May your high prices flow.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Summer Sundays Double Trouble live at Del Mar, presented by our great friends at Adelphi Racing Club, New York's racing partnership. And speaking of New York, Mr. Bicoastal, I'm Frank Scatoni, joined by Mr. Bicoastal, Ciaran Thornton. What's up, my man? Fresh off the plane.
Oh, geez, already been a long day, but yeah, that was my first time ever at Saratoga. It was a great trip, I gotta say. That is my new favorite track right now.
Well,
Granted, the weather was phenomenal. When I got off the plane here in San Diego, I went, "Am I in New York? What's going on here? The humidity here is insane." It was beautiful there.
I took a picture of my dashboard because I was at the track earlier today for the seminar. And I got in the car after the seminar to head home to do the show. And I kid you not, Ciaran, 97 degrees. Now, yeah, it was in a parking lot in the sun, but still 97 degrees.
It's the humidity this year. It's been many a year. I cannot remember it being so hot. And it's also getting to the point now, I'm starting to think of it in the back of my mind now when I'm handicapping some of these later races, just because.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun when I'm out there in this humidity. The horses aren't. Some of them are, some of them are not. I mean, I know it's good for Gold next week, because he loves the hot. But
yeah,
some
he does,
horses
right.
get overheated a lot quicker. I think, if it continues, it might be something to keep in the back of your mind when you're handicapping out here. It's not the heat. It's the humidity, as they say. Something unusual out here.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's very interesting. I didn't really think of that, but you're right. Especially Del Mar, right? It's always been quirky. Yes. It's always been a little bit of horse for course angle because of the sea air coming off the ocean. But things are different this year. Now you're back.
Anyway, time to make some money. Got to pay for all that fun and excitement that we had.
You did pretty well at the windows at Saratoga. I mean, not so much here in Del Mar, but I thought you did pretty good back east.
It was actually pretty nice. And, it's one thing when you're building the tools for the site, but I even told Frank before I left that I was going to specifically use the tools live when I was there. I did not even handicap the cards, Frank. Did not go through the PPs. I just went through
really?
Wow. Yeah, I just went through the site and had it building me tickets, building me hit a couple of trifectas. Like, it was a nice weekend for long shots. A couple of trifectas for like $500, and then a couple of pick fives. So it helped pay for the trip. But so you'll notice a few little tweaks on the website because I was using it on the tablet, and I started seeing the things that were annoying me when I was on the tablet. And I was like, all right, I gotta
like
move.
Frank's face.
You don't really notice it till you're actually using the tools yourself.
Yes.
And then, in the middle of the racing, and I was like, I'm going to move this here. I'm going to get rid of this here. And so, we're still beta testing everything, guys.
I have been poking around with it myself, not during the races just yet, but definitely looking at all the track trends and all the cool data and statistics that are available. I'm excited about your success at Saratoga because next week on Saturday it's going to be a big day from coast to coast.
Yes.
We'll be doing a special Travers show for Adelphi Racing, and they just had a horse win today, so congrats to them. So we'll be doing a special Saturday Travers show. One of my favorite racing days of the year on Saturday. Also, remind me again what's going on at Del Mar on Saturday, Ciaran?
We're going for history at the Del Mar Handicap. They actually drew the card, Frank. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So.
All right, we'll have to look at that later. When we have a little
jump into
downtime
things.
because...
But yeah, we'll have to look at the post because I was just peeking while we were talking there, Frank, and I thought as much. Proletariat here in the first leg, race 7, absolute dominant choice.
3 to 5. Wow.
$6. The next closest on the pick 3 is the 5 at $20, then the 8 at 34. On the double, $8.80. The next closest, the 5 at 28. Like, substantial favorite for the Crows here.
And yet you did not single him, nor did I.
I did on
your second ticket.
Yes,
there.
my little spread.
Fair enough.
I also liked I think what is the name of anti-slap. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Yeah,
yes, in the middle leg, right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's a horse trying dirt for the first time, and I thought, well, the horse works out on dirt in the mornings and threw off a bullet, so all systems tell me he's probably going to take to dirt very well, and if he does, I think he smokes this field. So it was one of those things. Here we have the first 2 legs with 2 possible singles, and then I say to myself, the little guy on the shoulder goes, "You're at Del Mar. Don't rest easy with short odds like that."
Easy, it's not right. It's the opposite.
Ergo, one is a single in the first, and one's a single in the next, and kind of spread on the other ticket. At least I only did 2 tickets today, so I'm trying to get a little bit of chaos and
Well, okay, so you have Proletariat singled on 1 ticket, and what about the others in this leg? Who else are you using?
I'm using number 1 here, Stormy Gal. Hector's on. Let me pull up my notes here. It's easier to read through it. Tribalism. I got 4 in here, which is Oh, wait. I'm looking at the last leg. Sorry, Frank. Tribalism.
It's okay. You just got off the plane, man. We'll cut you a little slack today.
How do I not use Rosario when he seems to be winning everything under the sun except when I don't want him to win, or if I need him to win, he's up the track. So
you've been on Rosario for the last. Yeah, I mean, you've been on Rosario forever. Like you nailed him. You've been riding his hot streak since the beginning.
Yeah, but not on the correct tickets and not making them a priority.
I'm kidding, Ciaran.
I have used them on every ticket. I've just not made them a priority like you did.
Okay,
not singled them and stuff.
Fair enough.
I threw the 9 in there. JJ, I think he's riding really well. I mean, look at that marathon he went. He went on, won the race over in England, hops on a helicopter, flies back here, had a couple of good seconds. I thought he was going to get up and win for us yesterday, Frank, in that last leg.
Goodness.
Yeah, but
I had a couple of really tough ones yesterday.
I suppose in the next leg, Knightsbridge, holy smokes, that was some throw the gauntlet down kind of win yesterday, huh?
That was fantastic because it reminded me of like one of the old school races, right? Where top horses just throw it down and neither one of them wants to give an inch. So they just end up dueling until the best horse win. And Knightsbridge he absolutely wowed yesterday. Wow.
It looked visually impressive. It was one of those races like that reminded me kind of when Flightline ran, but then I knew people would say, well, he ran a little, this last quarter was slower and blah, blah, blah. And it actually was slower. The time wasn't as fast as I thought it was. And then, our notes came out today and said that the horse ran with the bias and to downgrade the next race. So that'll be interesting to see. It'll be a good lesson.
Yeah, I agree with you based on people who do numbers that I really respect said basically the same thing, Ciaran. While it was visually impressive, and yes, they were going fast, they weren't going as fast as everyone thinks they were.
Yes.
And for that, as fast as it looked, exactly. Even though the splits are fast, I think it was Craig Mikowski who does the figures for Timeform, came back and said, well, the last 4 races at a mile and a quarter basically had the same exact fractions. So, so yes, it was fast, but it wasn't as fast as we may believe.
My last note on it, we thought the moment number was a fake and we didn't kind of believe it.
Right.
It's a legit horse now. I'm just going to say like that. Now it's up there. I'm not saying it's, the one, but it is definitely now one to be using going forward. Absolutely. Like it proved itself. Simple as that.
But how did we get here? I thought we were talking about the.
Oh no, I ended up talking about JJ coming back.
Oh right. Okay.
Blah 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 blah. You know how it is. Rabbit, squirrel.
So let me throw mine up real quick because you're 1489 and then singling the 1. I am 517, 517, 517. I should probably single the 1 on a pivot ticket here, but I'm going to be a little stubborn. I thought the 5 and 7 had big chances. If someone needs to press the 1 horse, and I think someone will because you can't let a 3 to 5 shot get an easy lead. So you have to take it to that horse kind of early. And I thought number 7, Jordy Bear, Phil D'Amato, who had a great day yesterday. This is the time of year where all these graded stakes turf races, he is loaded for Bear, no pun intended. Jordy Bear here. I think Jordy Bear is going to run a monster race. This horse ran a much better than looked 6th last time. Came home really, really fast. 2 back. If you look, Proletariat beat this horse, but he was gaining late in a 6 furlong turf sprint. I think the added ground today will help this horse. We'll see if Proletariat can carry that speed 9 furlongs. And same with Bust Out. I think Bust Out will come running late. But then in the middle leg, to your point, Ciaran, I have 647, but I come back and I have the 6 singled on 1 ticket. That's anti-slap. And then in the last race, I'm using the 4 and the 12, but I'm singling the 4, and that's a Rosario horse with Neil Drysdale. I don't think you mentioned who you liked in the last, so I'm going to put your ticket back up.
I went 12-4. I went 12-4-9. I went 12-4-9, and then I threw in a couple of bombs as well. And my reasoning was with some strong single candidates in the other legs, I thought the last leg could be an all-ball ticket on a ticket and, press the singles as well. But I threw in the number 1, It's a Fair Life, Ricky Ferglat, second time Lasix, 24%, second off a long layoff. And then I threw in the 2, believe it or not, at 30-1, Whopper Factor. I mean, the only reason was it's not risked, and they put in a bullet work, and the horse is getting second time Lasix, and the line looked like Lasix helped last out. Right. I thought both of those were the kind of stupid, crazy long shots that have been winning one of the legs on these pick 3s, and I was hoping if there's going to be chaos, it'll be the last one where I have one of these.
Well, I thought it was the same as you. If it wasn't like the 4, then maybe the 12, but, the 12 has a tough post. But if not, anybody, right? So why not take a shot with a horse like that Whopper Factor at a big price?
And then you got... I think I had not. So we've got 9 in there as well. That's Syntax.
That's the morning line
for McCarthy.
I didn't really like that horse.
Well, the reason I really liked it was 1-for-1 at the distance. In the last 2 races, the way the horse closed, it really seems like this horse wants to route. So I thought this is, they're giving the horse its race now. Well, it looks like they're giving the race. So I was like, I'm going to upgrade it. I thought, you probably agree with me. The price for the 12, even all the way out there, Frank, with JJ. I thought 12-1 was an insane morning line. The best race this horse had from 11 races was that last one. But then was that an anomaly? Or was it just JJ? Because that was JJ the first time on the horse. We said it before. Right. Some horses, it's not just that. You hear me say it many times in the show. I wish this horse just had a different face on it to see if it could do something different. Because it's not doing anything with the current jockey.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, and this horse seems to have woken up when it got JJ. So that's why I don't think Orange Thunder is going to be 12-1. I thought that horse would be.
I agree.
like the
I
others,
think
you
those
know,
should be short.
7-2, 4-1 type of race. And that's
I
it.
agree. Yeah, DTL Crew, as always, we will get to the comments in full as soon as we can, but I just did notice one thing because it pertains to what we're talking about. Our man Charlie right here, welcome Charlie. He likes a long shot in race 7. So that is the middle leg that we talked about. Oh no, that's the first leg right here. So we might as well get it out. Besides the one, it's the 2, 15-1 a morning line. Race 9, okay, and then race 9, he thinks the 4 is a single, which is what we talked about. Ciaran, here's the thing. I agree with him that Unrivaled Time is a nice horse, has a good late kick, and has every chance to be competitive here. But my goodness, Leonard Powell has been on a really, really, really bad streak for whatever reason because he's an excellent trainer. Now, granted, he did have a long shot run second yesterday in, I believe it was the Del Mar Oaks. So there is that. But as far as wins go, it's been a long time between drinks of water for Powell.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm going to do 2 pivot bets because we've actually said on the show that this is a trainer who's going to heat up, but I don't want him to heat up, and I'm on him on a 6-5 horse.
Yes, you're right.
So I'm going to do a pivot here. I'm just going to do a straight up 2 with 6 with 4, and then I'm also going to come. I'm going to come back and I'm doing your 7 in here as well, Frank. So I'm going to do 7 with 6 with 2, 4, 12. So I'm going to spend another $15. So I got 2 other tickets just to, I mean, here I feel strongly enough in the middle leg, and I've got coverage that I think is enough in the middle that if we're right, on one of these prices hits on one of these legs, this is going to be a pick 3 that pays very well today.
Yeah, Ciaran, I just did the same thing. I just went single, 2, 6, 4. Yeah, Charlie, thank you for bringing that up.
And I think we actually should be doing more of that, Frank, and I know I've been pretty guilty of it because I was re-examining when I do my pivot tickets, adding stuff in, and even last week I would have done that 2, then I would have done 6-4, then I would have won my 2 favorites in the last, and then there was be another $32 on it, and I'm thinking, why don't I just fire some of these singles, maybe 2 horse, $6 and $9 pick 3s? Yeah. I mean, we're looking for chaos aside from what we're, what our conviction is. So why not take a flyer for 3? If you're going to hit it for 3, you'll probably hit it for 3 easier than you will for 24.
Right. Yeah, look at Jay's point right here, Ciaran. The first race of the late pick 3, if you beat this one, your payout goes up. I don't know what percentage you mean, but it goes up exponentially because a lot of people are trying to get out just singling here.
Oh, I was telling some people how great the pick 3, the high minimum pick 3, and these were some sharp dudes, and they're like, explain to me why you think, because I get the pick 3s, like, why do you think the higher minimum? And then we went over what we say in the story, and it clicked for them. They're like, that actually makes perfect sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
But then he went, I've been noticing though, you got to do all, but at least one of the legs.
Who said that?
The guy who was talking, he's like, I played some of these tickets. He's like, you got to do the all ball at least one leg, it seems, because there's a price you're never going to land on. Usually wins.
Yeah, because I'm glad you had that conversation back east, Ciaran, because first off, Naira's made great strides trying to throttle back the CAW activity, but they haven't really embraced any of the low takeout, high minimum multi-race wagers yet. So for you to be back there messaging and letting people know why these bets are working out here in California, that could, make some changes, in the future. They got Belmont Park is opening in the fall. They've already got a great wagering menu. How cool would it be if we had a late pick 3 and a late double?
We're probably really going to see it this week because Kentucky Downs starts this week, and they've gone low takeout everything and high minimum, even win play show $5 minimum. So this is going to be a really good experimentation if we don't see because last year there was some crazy odd shifts at Kentucky Downs. So They're a boutique
Oh,
meet.
yeah.
They're
I
really
wonder
all about
what changed. They went from being the CAW playground to now all of a sudden trying to make things better for horse players.
I think someone had told me they have a casino there. The horse racing is why they, the racing is why they can have the casino. So why not
Oh,
experiment with some stuff? You know what I mean? So
I didn't realize
hats
that.
off.
Well, that makes sense.
Hats off to them. See what
That makes a lot of
works.
sense.
If it works. I mean, the problem with some of the tracks who've done it, if they've done it without the low minimum, I think the low minimum is the key.
Without the high minimum, you mean?
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, the high minimum. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're doing the low minimum, and it's not really working. If they went to the
Right.
high limit, the high minimum, they'd probably see it work a lot better. We should actually see if who's getting any money into the next leg, Frank. So
Yeah,
one
do the probables.
1 into 6 is paying $8 on the double.
Oh yeah, look here, Brian Garrett. Thanks, Brian. Mark Stanton, owner of Anti-Slab number 6, hammering the double here with the 1. So what is the 1-6 double, Ciaran?
$8.
$8.
And the early money came in
4-1,
on the
that's not bad.
The early money came in on the 1, and now we've got 92,000 to win, Frank. 12,000 to show, or 12,000 to place.
Right.
7,000 to show. People are putting the money on the nose on this one, and we're 8 times right now. Actually, we're more than 8 times. 8 times 80. No, we're just under 8 times the place money for the win money right now. And they're betting it to win. There's no hedging, no real hedging.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the win pool. 3 to 5. It opened 3 to 5. It stayed 3 to 5. It hasn't budged.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I'm seeing if anyone else is getting like the next lowest prices in the next leg. The 1 is paying 20. The 9 is paying 21. The 4 is 33. The 7 is 38, and then we start jumping up to like the 60s plus. So,
okay.
Looking at some of the other horses, yeah, nothing really, no really sneaky money. They're essentially going with the morning line top prices. Nothing sneaky's jumping out at all.
Jay, why aren't you playing the late pick 3? He has the 1-8-9 in the all turf, Ciaran. The 8 and the 9. I don't think we talked about those, have we?
Well, if you're live, sometimes you see when I do my ticket, and I'm hoping to get to a live for a leg. If you're alive to the 1-8-9, you could probably see if you get out of this one with the 1.
You mean to start the late pick 3?
Yeah, start the late pick 3. You're not really spending a lot of money. 1-6 and then some bombs in the next leg, or
what you could do is use a couple of others to start your late pick 3.
Correct.
Maybe go 5-7 here, because I think the 5 and the 7 both have chances to upset the apple cart. Now, I'm not saying do this, Jay, but maybe if you were worried about missing in this leg, doesn't sound like you are because you're not going to play it, but you can come back to 5-7 and then play single a horse and then play your horses in the from the all turf in the last. It goes to what we always used to say. We haven't talked about it in a while because
yeah,
a lot of our audience already knows, but handicaping the bets. For those who are joining us for the first time, Ciaran, do you want to explain real quick before they get to the gate what the strategy is on the show?
You kind of use all 3 bets together. So you use a ticket with your strongest convictions, and then for this, you're at the all turf. I thought it was 5-7-9 was the all turf today, actually. So is he sure this is the last race of the all turf?
No, it's the middle leg.
Oh, it is the middle leg. Okay, yeah. So
yeah, but it's the start of the late pick 3.
So for me, I'm alive on the all turf, but I single the 1 in here, and then I've got all my horses in the last leg, 12, 4, 9, 2, 1. And I don't have all 4 horses on my pick 3 in the last. So
right.
I'm alive to more horses on my pick 3, so when I do the double now, I don't have to spread as much. And I kind of use both bets together to get more coverage without breaking the bank. Now, sometimes it works great. Sometimes I leave money on the table, which is horse racing.
Exactly. There's 2 minutes to post, so we'll see where Proletariat settles in just a minute. It's been 3 to 5 the whole time. Here's my late pick three wager again. I'll put Ciaran's up in a second. You can also go in the live chat on YouTube, scroll all the way to the top. Ciaran and I always put our plays in the live chat. If there's one thing about this show, Ciaran, full transparency and full accountability.
Man, Frank, I'm looking at the pool money here now. He's 10 times. He's 11 times. I think this is the
Wow.
largest difference in place and show money to the win money we've seen doing
Yes,
this
since
show.
for
And
a
we're
year.
talking with some Baffert monsters who are the
Yeah.
real deal. This
Not even
is
close.
some serious, like, this was, I was almost debating, do I just do 1-6 all on a ticket for $36? Would be, something I might do at the track if I had a few drinks in me.
Drink
But
up, Ciaran. Come on.
this is a very, very, we've not seen such a dominant horse in a while.
No, and it's so funny, Ciaran, because when you typically see a horse like this at this price and taking that money the whole time, you always want to check the show pool to see if there's a negative show pool. Horse is
Yes.
not really bet in the show. I mean, they still bet more than the others, but compared to what the horse is taking in the win pool,
That show money is probably people at the track. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So they could
$2
scream.
a
You know, the
show,
ones
so
you
they
go,
get.
the ones we always hear screaming, and then you look up, or if you miss the race, and then you look up, and
Yeah.
it's like a 6-5 wins the race, and they're screaming like
Right.
they won $1 million.
$2.10. But yeah, I mean, this would be a ridiculous race to do that kind of show bridge jump on, because it's it's a full field
They're
turf
not.
race.
They're
But
not. This would be the kind of horse you'd think they would do a bridge jumper. I don't. It's good not seeing the bridge jumper. That just shows big time confidence. They're
yeah,
They're wind
but I want to
jumping
beat
right
the
now.
horse.
Yeah. They're
I'd like to
wind
beat the
jumping now.
horse. They're wind exactly. Well, I'm trying to look. No, I don't think the place or the sometimes like the place might pay more than the win sometimes, like that, that
Oh
weird.
yeah. I was
Let's
looking to
see,
see what the bias was on the track intelligence for this post. So it's
Well,
what, nine
real
nine
quick
furlongs.
here on real quick. I'm looking at the win play show probables on ExpressBet. If the one wins, they project it's going to pay $3.40. Place $3.20. So if that
Wow.
information holds, you'd be way better off betting to place.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. And you get 2 bites at the apple.
Yes.
You're actually hoping it to be placed.
Right. Exactly. All right. They're in the gate. Good luck, everybody.
All right.
We'll be back after the race. Get out, get up, get paid.
Easy game. Easy game. So when the gates open, Frank, half the money came in on the show and the place on that horse. Ended up being.
Oh, they don't cut the show and plays off?
I don't know because you know how we were looking at it, and then I took a peek as we crossed the finish line, and we ended up at 157 to win.
I see.
47 to place, 34 to show. So
there was 11,000 to show on the horse, and all of a sudden the 34.
Yep.
I thought they throttled down the win, place, and show, but obviously not.
But I mean, it also makes sense for the models. You know, they get a 10% rebate, and such a short. That might have been a late adjustment by them, going, "Oh, this is an easy 10%. You know, get our 10 cents on the dollar."
Let me see what that's. Yeah. So that made it going from $3.40. The place went from $3.20 to $2.40.
Yep.
So that's why that would have been bad. And then 210 to show. Yeah, the whole industry needs better rules in place. But what a nice horse. It's a shame no one challenged the you know, you can't let a 3 to 5 do that. I thought Jordy Bear ran really well. I thought Bust Out ran really well. And then Charlie's 2 ran really well. I mean, we were all over second, third, and fourth. Yeah, we all had the 1, but who did it? It does us no favors. Would have been better if it was an upset there. I'm going to go to the comments in a second, Ciaran, but first, I'd like to remind the DTL crew, please, as you guys know, Delphi Racing Club presents this show, and they power our Saratoga shows on Saturdays. If you scan that QR code up there, you can find out more information about what they are up to. They're doing amazing things with their partnership. And
I really gotta. I'm gonna put a caveat on weather depending. I really loved the racing there. I really got into it. I'm looking forward, but who knows? I mean, I was telling everyone, I brought the no one believed me when I was telling them this is better than Del Mar right now.
Yeah, Matt brought the Saratoga weather here, and you brought the Del Mar weather there. Poor Matt. He's probably like, I can't wait to go to Del Mar with a nice ocean breeze. And it's been impressively hot this week.
What I saw from there, Frank, I mean, I did hit the pick 5s, but I think I might take a different approach for our live show next Saturday. I mean, we're going on for the pick 5. It's going to be a long day, but I had pretty good success going race to race and doing trifectas and stuff like that, believe it or not, on the rolling doubles. So
really?
That might be my focus for the show next Saturday. We'll see.
We will see. But anyway, no, that's super cool. If you guys just don't mind, scan that code, show Adelphi our support, because they've really stepped up and helped us with the show this summer, helped us get the word out on the East Coast. And, once Saratoga is over, Ciaran, it's a big, big, big fall for New York. I mean, Belmont, Belmont's been gone for a while because of the reconstruction. So when they open that place, it's going to be unbelievable. So really exciting times for racing in New York. And of course, like I said, we have the Travers special DTL powered by Adelphi Racing next week. Also Del Mar Handicap Day for Ciaran. Lots of good stuff. Let me go to the comments real quick, and then we'll start looking at probables and whatnot, okay?
Yeah, we've got an interesting horse that's getting some money. We'll get to that, though, when you come in.
Yeah, just a couple of comments just to see what people have. Yeah, Jay said he's not playing the late pick 3. He played the all turf instead. That's fine. He could use the double as a pivot. Host said pivot. Drink. Charlie singled the 1 on the pick 3, 10-4-1-6. Singled the 4. And then he used the 1-2-1-4-6. Okay, so he's not as confident in this middle leg as you and I both liked anti-slap. But the 4 is his single on one ticket, and then he's 4-9-11 in the last. SC3 Pete, I love it. His tickets are always so tight. Single the 1. He's at a single out of 6 anti-slap here, Ciaran. And then he's the 4-9. Whereas I'm 4-12, you're 4-12, but do you have the 9 also in the last? I think you do.
Yeah, I'm 12-4-9, and then my 2 bombs
Okay.
on another ticket. Yep.
Yes, Chris, thank you. I mentioned they had a winner today. I couldn't remember the horse's name because I was so busy running around all day at Del Mar. But Con Man with a win at Saratoga today for a Delphi. Yeah. So that's really, really nice. Really, really nice to see. And then one last thing, Ciaran, and I will let you start doing some two things actually. MTN says that Andy, that's the great Andy Harrington, his workout report. He loves the work on We the Hobby, number 3 in race 9. Yeah, that's the Peter Miller horse.
Yeah, why no Rosario?
Right. Well, because Rosario's on the Drysdale,
Yeah,
right? But
Grows
that
on
horse
there.
figures, though, I think. Do you have a note on that horse?
No, I've tried to get away from writing as detailed notes on every horse, Frank,
Right.
because I thought I should be like you and just, narrow it down. So what I've been, before I was writing up every horse, going through each horse, writing it up, then going back and ranking one. As I was writing, I like this one. Now I'm going through, I'm picking the horses in order that I like, and then I'm going back and writing them up again. And I found that it's made me reorder a lot of horses. I think I'm seeing them a little better. Not hitting,
Okay.
I mean, I'm 2 out of 3 still, but I think it's a better view, that approach.
Okay.
I didn't see anything on that one, but I wouldn't talk anyone off. I mean, I did say, I think in my notes, that with 2 on paper solid potential signals in the first 2 legs, that last leg looked like it could be the chalk or anybody's race.
Or anybody,
I mean,
right, yeah.
I even joked on the thing, it was going to cost me $36 if I went 1-6 all.
Yeah.
Gelding probably did that bet himself.
Yeah, I think We the Hobby absolutely has a shot, but, that's one of my B horses among many. Okay, real quick, thank you, Chris Babcock. Congrats, Adelphi and Conman from the great executive producer, the Pulse, the Heartbeat, Texas Terry. I was going to kick it back to you, Ciaran, but one question from Justin. Hey, guys, do you have a lean in race 8? Well, we're just about to talk to race 8, so pay attention. Ciaran, you said you had a sneaky horse for us.
The 9 got some money. I didn't use the 9, but I was looking at, I mean, it's 3rd or 4th. On the double right now, the 6 is paying $10. The next closest is the 9 at 21. The 1 at 25, and then it starts going up. On the pick 3, $8 for the 6, but then again, it's $11 for the 1, and then that 9 again at $14. The price hasn't budged any, but the 9 did get money on the double. It's 2nd on the double and 3rd on the pick 3. Make it
Well, yeah, that's very interesting because the 9 is 12-1 morning line. Chris Larmy, author of Betting on Horses, he's been on our show, Ciaran. He was my on-track seminar guest today, and this was his top pick. And he likes to assign fair value lines that he would bet horses at. And he said if this horse is 4-1, that's the bet for him. So what is she on the tote right now? Because you said she's taking money in the multis.
4-1 from 12
She
to 1.
is,
morning.
okay. And also, real quick, if you guys want to look and see who Chris has the rest of the day, we always put my Sunday seminar guest up on the website. Ciaran sets it up, and if you go to markgelding.com/seminar, you can see who he likes in the last couple of races. He's had a pretty good day, and that's just another feature that we have, right, Ciaran? We have guest selections on our website as well.
And then we have something where we were doing our community tickets. So if you go on the website, I upload both Frank and my A's and B's, and there's a there's a consensus ticket calculator that, depending on your budget, will combine both of our picks, so you get coverage with all, and you can select Frank's A's only and my bombs, or horses that we both have A's, or you want everything we both have. So it'll spit that ticket out for you as well.
I love it. So I know you talked a little bit about the will pays. I just brought them up myself. I like to visualize it. Yeah, I mean, the 6 is just absolutely overwhelming in both the pick 3 and the double. I know you talked about the 9, Ciaran. What about the 1? Because the 1's like second choice.
Second choice. Second choice on the pick on one of them. He's the one is the third choice on the double.
Right.
Second choice on the pick 3. The closest one. That the 6 is paying $8. Then you go to $11 for the 1, $14 for the 9,
Right.
19 for the 4, 22 for the 7. But going
Okay, so
forward,
if you look,
sorry, I was going to say
no,
going,
let me just real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but I have the 1, 9, 10, 11 on a ticket in this leg, single to my 4 in the last. But my A's in this leg are the 6, the 4, and the 7. I'm going to put your ticket up here. I know you have the 6 singled, 6, 4, 1. So you do not have that 9.
no.
So that might be a double going forward for you
Now,
if you want to
I mean,
pivot. That's
the
up to
doubles
you,
look-
right?
The doubles look fantastic because if you just look at the chalk double right now, 6 into 4 is the dominant one, $44.
Okay.
But everything else, Frank, whew, you're talking stacks and pawn stacks if you like a horse. Like if you like the 4 in the next leg, the 4 in this one to the 4 in the next, 113. The 1 to the 4, 156. But if we start going 9 to the 4 in the next is 72, but 9 to everyone else is hundreds. The 12 got a little bit of play. 6 to 12 is $100. But
yes, 6, 9, 82.
6, 9, and then the 9 to 4, 72, but 9 to 12 is 165. 9 to 9.
So we're looking at the 6 here. Ciaran, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if this influenced your decision at all, but it certainly influenced mine. First of all, I did like the 6 on paper, no doubt about it. Even if I didn't have this information, I would have made that horse my top pick. One of the DTL crew members mentioned Mark Stanton on X. He is the owner of this horse, and he said like 2 days ago that he is aggressively dropping this horse because he needs a win at Del Mar, and he wants to win at Del Mar. And you know, we talk about that on the show all the time, Ciaran.
Yes.
Sometimes an owner or a trainer doesn't care if they lose a horse for less than the horse is worth, as long as they get their picture taken at Del Mar.
Correct.
So
yep.
maybe he's playing poker and like bluffing or whatever. But I based on the money the horse is taking, I have to think he's.
And I absolutely get it. It's a cool place to get your picture taken. You know, you won. You're in the winner's circle at Del Mar. You know.
Well, you were also in the winner's circle at Saratoga. How was that?
Yeah, and they actually did the same thing. I mean, I was going to bet the horse no matter what, just because of the name. My favorite food of the world, mashed potatoes. But no, they did the same thing. You know, they dropped it into a 35.
Not jacket potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, Nash potatoes. But I mean, they did the same thing. Starry Night Racing. They dropped the horse in for 35.
Right.
To win. You know, and they really liked the horse. They were kind of sad to let it go, but it was one of those things. You know, they won on a big race day. They collected the check. You know, they got the horse for 20. They've had a lot of fun with it. Time to move on. You know, these are not these horses, you know, they keep for forever, you know.
Sometimes the experience is worth a lot more than the actual, money in your bank account. So that is something you absolutely have to consider during Del Mar and Saratoga. So you saw it yesterday firsthand. We might see it again today.
And some of them will say it doesn't matter how many wins I have at a track. It's like, yeah, you want to be the leading trainer and owner and whatnot. Yeah, don't say you don't, you know, and it doesn't take a whole lot of wins to get that. And it's a very nice trophy when you do get it.
You know what, Ciaran? That's another good point, because if the trainer battle is tight toward the end of the meet, you might see some aggressive placement just to get the W, so you can win the trainer's title, right? You might have a $50,000 horse running for 20.
Yeah, if you're one of these smaller trainers, you know, you got to win at Del Mar, and people are shopping around for the horses, you know, and the day rate might be $200 with another trainer. Now you have a win at Del Mar, you know, or a couple of wins at Del Mar, and they're like, "Hey, my day rate's only $100, and I can win at Del Mar," you know. So
it is a business, right? So that's actually really smart. It's kind of a loss leader. It's the cost of it's an opportunity cost. You might lose money on that day, but it might build your business going forward. So I never really thought of that. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, also you also got to think of the other side of it, the tax side of this thing as well, and I was actually talking to someone else. There's always been fantastic tax incentives for, buying new horses, but this last tax bill really made it. That's why we're starting to see these multi-million-dollar buys of these new, the 2-year-olds, Frank, because it's 100% write-off for them already.
Right, immediately,
And,
right? Yeah.
for all we know, these guys are like, yeah, they claimed it for 40. Why are they giving it away for 16? And the purse is only 16. They're only going to 28K. Yeah, you got the other side of it. You get the win, you get the tax write-off, et cetera, and you got money to buy another horse.
Professor Ciaran teaches the economics of horse racing. Costa Mesa College Miracosta, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Again, Justin, so the lean in race 8, Ciaran and I both agree that the 6 is the one, and we both have the 6, singled on some tickets. Who else do you have here, Ciaran? Because you don't have the 9. Did you put your doubles up? I'd like to put your doubles up, but I don't see them.
Actually, yeah, let me hang on.
Why don't you do that while I do mine?
Oh, actually, I'm so. Oh wait, what am I doing here? I actually do have the. I put my bets in stupidly.
So
I was trying to dodge Wi-Fi and stuff like that, so I actually might have messed up my bets when I put them out because I was looking at it right now. Here, so this is what I'm gonna put it in the comments because my double, Frank, my double is 6 with 12.49. I'm typing it in, but I also have a $5 double, 489 with 12.49. Live show will pay depending. So, but I didn't use 489 on my pick 3s, so, or the 8 and 9 on my pick 3s. So maybe my brain was telling me to do something that I would refuse to do, thinking of it logically.
All right. Well, let me look here. 641. So we talked about the 1. I have the 1. I'm talking about this leg here, Justin, because you wanted to lean. Ciaran has the 1 on 1 ticket, and I have it as a B, and then the 4. Yeah, let's talk about the 4, Ciaran. Sophia Mija. Sophia, name of our other dog. Tobias's mom is named Sophia. I think that horse has a huge shot as well. Looks very much like Anti-Slap, but been running on dirt. And so the horse can handle the dirt.
I just said drops multiple classes, comes in with a good work, looks like the 6. The 6.
Did you say that? Did you say it looks like the 6?
Well, let me see. Maybe it was on my
just said looks like Anti-Slap, but on dirt.
Looks like the 6.
That's
funny. Class droppers have been doing very well, and this horse had some issues in the last and tried to close. So it was like I gave the edge to the 6. There's
right.
They were the right kind of droppers, like they were the plungers,
we said the same exact thing. The horse looks just like the 6, except the horse has shown that she can run on dirt. What price is she?
I did a little like kind of like you did, like my little race synopsis that I started doing this weekend, and when I started writing, I went, I give the edge to the class plunger 6 and 4, who are falling from maiden claim and 50 to the 16K level.
Right.
Edge to the 6. Number 6 is a very strong single, even in this bad race, and likely will be 4 to 5. But, which you gotta, if you use one of the class plungers and they're kind of the same, you probably have to use both.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you're going to get a better price on the 4 because, as we mentioned, Mark Stanton has hammered the 6 in various multi-race wagers. I'm looking at the imputed odds on optics here. So, of course, we know that the 4, 2.27 is the favorite. The next lowest would be the 9, as you mentioned. That was the sneaky horse you picked out in the previous race, 5.62. Then we have the 1 at 6.36, and then the 4 at 8.22. So the 4 is a little ignored in those multis.
The 1 is usually a horse I would not have used, Frank, but it got a very good morning line, like they knew something. Barrios got the call. It's a small stable. They're not doing very well. Like their stats are horrendous.
Yeah, they haven't done very well for a long time, but they do win at Del Mar occasionally. So
yeah, but they dropped in class, and Barrios took the phone call, and is enticed to ride. And a crazy stat: the rail's 34% right now. So hey, that's why I ended up tossing that one on the ticket too.
Well, Charlie is comment on the 9. Been watching Bill McLean horses. He's a sneaky trainer that brings in high odds horses. Agree 100%. He's a Northern California guy. Doesn't have the same stock that a lot of guys do down here. So a lot of times his horses are overmatched, but he does pop with prices. And yes, you are correct, Charlie. He did win yesterday with a bomb. So I absolutely agree with you that you have to pay attention to the 9. The only thing about the 9, I thought that last race was really good and the horse should improve with added distance. But Ciaran kept mentioning something that I also agree with. We have some class droppers in here. This horse already dropped from 50 to 16 and didn't win. Not only did the horse not win, the horse was 19 to 1, was not even respected.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 class droppers who we both like. What is this horse going to do to beat horses who have been competitive at a higher level? Yes, maybe the added ground will help, and I do think you have to use the 9, but I mean, we'll see. We talked about how class is very important in these low-level races. Do you want to have any? I know you didn't use the 9, Ciaran, but are you going to use the 9 in doubles?
No, I do. Let me see. Did I put my bet up? I did use the 9, so I was trying to figure out what my thinking was. Was it I had no sleep? Okay. Did I have no sleep last night when I put this ticket together? So I kind of went aside. I mean, I've got the 6 there, the $15 doubles, but then I came back with 4, 8, 9, with 12, 4, 9, and I said will pays depending, but I already know from glancing I'm going to do it for $5 because I know they're all very, very good. I mean, the only pivot I might do is I didn't use my 1 in here, so I'm going to see what the 1 is paying. So I'm probably going to add a bet with the 1 in here, like a $5 double, maybe into
going forward to who though?
To 12, 4, 9.
Okay, your A's in the last. Got
Correct.
it. Yeah, my goodness, I'm looking.
Yeah, and I'm you know, people will go, well, what about, you know, you're live on a pick 3 to 1-2, my bombers in the next race, but I don't think I need to do them on the double because if I get out of this leg, I got out of the spread leg with the 1 in the first leg, Frank, on the pick 3.
Right.
I have 6-4-1 in this leg. If I get out of this race with 6-4-1, I've already got my bombers in the last race, so I don't need to adjust on that.
Yes. What do I have in this 4, 6, 9, 2? I do not have the 1. I'm looking at the bets that I punched in. For some reason, I did not punch in the 1 in the middle leg here, so I'm going to have to play a 1 double to the 4. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, and the 1 to the 4 is paying $157.
Yeah.
One of the 9s, 196. One of the 12 is 282. I thought the 12 would get some more money, but it's all the way out there on the, you know, on the outside. But I will say, I've seen, I mean, these horses haven't been winning when they've been far out there, but when you've had jockeys like Rispoli, you know, and JJ on there, I don't think the outside post is as bad as it seems, and those horses are running pretty well. And I figure,
I think the outside post in sprint races is absolutely where you want to be, just not at this distance.
Yeah.
Right. This is a short. No, wait. What is this? No, it's 6.5. Perfectly fine. I have no problem with the outside posts.
Especially these jockeys can get over. I mean, the guys like this, and I think JJ's riding lights out right now. He's in the zone.
I think he's terrible. He was awful yesterday for me. Terrible.
Well, yeah.
Terrible.
I don't think
he got Detain beat. Detain should have won. Detain should have won that race by a length, and he gave it. It was not a very good ride.
True.
And he cannot handle Rosario. He's not even close.
That blew up my ticket, and Tam Tam blew up your ticket.
Well, Tam Tam, yeah, that was the pick 3, but I'm talking about the double and the contest.
Double was really going to pick.
I had Tam Tam as a B. I mean,
yeah,
you know, whatever. I didn't mind losing to Tam Tam. I think Tam Tam is an awesome horse. We talked on the show about how good she is. I wanted her to prove that she can get, you know, the distance. Well, she did. she proved it. And, you know, I live to fight another day. So that's fine. I didn't mind losing that leg. I had a lot tied to Detain in the last leg. And I think if it was Barrios or Rispoli or Rosario or Freju or even Ayuso, Detain would have won that race. JJ, I don't think JJ's that good on turf. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Why do you think Phil never uses him? Why do you think he's like 0 for 30 with Phil? It's not a good turf jock.
But
All right,
the
James
surprising
White.
one too. You know what the other surprising odd, and it seems to keep playing out. Fresh shoe for Phil is like probably down to. He was 5. I think he's down to 4% now. Which remember earlier this year he was like at 30% for Phil. Now it's Barrios is his guy.
Barrios and Rispoli, I think, are the A
Yeah.
guys now, right?
Yep. Oh, Arrakis yesterday. I looked at the race. Perfect trip. Rispoli did exactly what he was supposed to do. Got to that stretch. I was looking for the Gold Phoenix kick. He kind of had a little kick. I messaged Billy. I was like, well, at least we know the horse can route. And then he went, yeah, Rispoli. That's the last words you ever want to hear from a
Wait, you broke up. I missed it. What did he say?
He said, the horse don't try. He should have won. The horse was loaded. Arrakis yesterday just couldn't have been bothered to ride. He was comfortable. Just didn't feel like, I'm not going to bother.
Who said?
Our horse, Arrakis. Rispoli said when he rode the horse yesterday.
That the horse didn't want to, the horse was lazy?
Yeah, just didn't up here. He was like, just didn't want to be bothered. He was comfortable. He's like, he likes working out in the morning. That's it. He likes having big guns. He doesn't work on his legs. That's a work.
He skips leg day?
Yeah, skips leg day. Yeah.
No, but is he gelded? Maybe he needs to be gelded.
No, he was gelded.
Oh, so, okay.
So he likes doing nothing. I think
he's going to vote Democrat.
He's going to vote Democrat, Frank. He just wants to get paid and fed.
Dan H., welcome. Lower level maiden claimer. None of these, yes, they've never run par. Hard for me to back the 6. Don't think it gets the lead. Really, with Maldonado up, I think the 6 definitely gets the lead. Which of these horses will track close to the 1? I think the 4 and the 6 will both be prominent. How much time do we have? Okay, they're just...
It says 1
almost
minute.
There. Jay, 1-3. Here's his double. Wow, he's not using our 4 on his main ticket in the nightcap there, but he is on his other one. Okay. And then James White always comes in and crushes it. No 4 here, but 6-9, and then 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We got about 30 seconds or so, Ciaran. Anything you want to add while I look at the tote?
No, I was just looking forward into the next legs. The 9, 3-1 on the 9, so everyone seems to think the 9 has got something.
Yeah, look at that.
9 to the 4 is 68. 6 to the 4 is 53. Yeah.
All right, they're loading, so we'll come back. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, it never fails. The middle leg of the pick three, we always have something going on, doesn't it?
We have a late scratch in this race upon recommendation of the veterinarian. The stewards have scratched number 7, Darlin Duchess.
So number 7 is scratched.
Scratch from this race. And in this race, scratch number 7, Darlin Duchess.
They're going to push the 9 to be favorite now, is what's going to happen. You know what the rule is. Whatever one gets made the favorite is not going to win, Frank.
No,
I want the 9 to be made favorite.
Unbelievable.
Always something. This is another middle leg of the pick three where we have like a...
I had that horse as an A.
Yeah. The 7?
Yeah, 8-1. I was looking for a little bit of a price, right? My A's were my A's were the 4, the 6, and the 7. Now the 7's out. I could have upgraded the 9 to an A, but like, ay.
Yeah, there's a lot of hedging. I think the 9 is the Crow horse, Frank. Well, I mean,
9 is the favorite right now, 2-1.
As they were loading originally too, though, I saw all the money ticking in on the 9 before this scratch, so it's getting more of it now.
All right, they're reloading. Good luck, everybody.
Something happens. Del Mar tears yet again in the middle leg, Frank.
Well, remember, if you're right in the last, you'll get a consolation, but congratulations. I'm alive. Single to the 4.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Man, the 6, horrible. The 9 ran him off, but they were wrong about the 9 as well.
I guess those 12-5 maiden claimers at Gulfstream are better than our 16 16K claimers here. Yeah. Those 16Ks are so difficult. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Hit the like while you wait. Thank you, Dan. Let me roll back and get some comments here. Yeah, everything changed. You know, the scratch didn't help anything anyway.
No.
Dan liked the 1, then there was the 7-9 with the 7 scratched. SC3P pivoted 9-12. 9 ran her race. Just, no one was catching that 11 with the blinkers on there, Ciaran. I think that made the difference, right?
Yeah, and I was just looking, like to see what I was missing there, and I'm like, I don't know why. I guess it's another one I fell in love with the 6 and the class droppers, and I tossed this one, but this was Brisnett's top horse, Frank, at 11-1. This was their top-rated horse coming in, but I gave the plungers, which is what they were, plungers in the bowl.
What
I fell in love with the stinky
what
ones.
does that mean? Their top-rated horse, like if they get, like their power rating, or like
Yeah, they're
if
like,
you only pick
like
one horse.
Yeah, they're essentially their power rating, and they line up, the speed and the
Okay.
races it's been, blah blah blah, and then it kind of ranks
Yeah.
them in order. So it had 11-1, in that order. But
Well, yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I used the horse just because I knew that if it wasn't, the 4 or the 6, it could have been anybody.
Yep.
But look, a new trainer, first of all, right? Horse has been running at a mile, and that's a 1-turn mile at Gulfstream. So the cutback to 6.5, this horse was fit, ready to roll. They add the blinkers on a horse who showed a little bit of speed last time. I used to have no choice but to go from out there, right? So half the battle in these low-level races is just make the lead. Nobody wants to pass anybody, right? I mean, they're packing.
Even in my notes, I said I gave the edge to the 4 and the 6 because it was a bad race, and usually I would have come back like you had, Frank, and had like a ticket that had all those crappy horses in,
Right?
Especially with the 1 in the last. But yeah, ifs and ands. I'm okay. I'm alive on the all turf at least. On my ticket that's got everyone.
Yeah, Chris. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining us. You're absolutely right. This race probably going to be complete chaos now. Voila!
Well, the favorite right now, all the money poured in on the 4, 7-5. Barn money flooded into it. Pick 3, you're looking at $240, Frank, for the pick 3 on the 4.
Wow, with that 3-5 to start, that's not bad at all.
And it's
What's
dominant.
the double? Because I have a double too.
Well, it's dominant at 240, and then the next highest is 571 for the 11. Oh no, the 9 is 498, and then the 6 is 758. So it is pretty dominant on the pick 3. On the double, the double's paying great, Frank. $218 for the 4.
Wow.
4 is the crow.
Yeah,
horse.
on the show I just did a $5 double using a bunch single to the 4.
So they're in order. It's 4, 9, 6. The 9 and the 6 are the shockers on both the pick 3 and the double pays, Frank, as the second lowest. It goes 4, 9. Oh, on the pick 3, 4, 9, 11, 6. Not the horses you would think, or not the horse you would think, to be second and third choice.
So wait, what order is it in the pick 3?
Pick 3, 4,
Yeah.
then 9, then 11, 12, 6.
11. Oh. Yeah, the 11 scares me. I mean, O'Neill Jaramillo.
And then on the double, it's 4 at 218, really dominant. 9, 368. 12, 542, 6, 575, the 11, 811. So, but 4 is pretty dominant.
Yeah, that scares me. Neil Drysdale and odds on what is it, 3-2? What could
Pick
go
5,
wrong?
pick 5, 278, pretty dominant. Next closest is 543 for the 9. Like again, the 9 is the second choice across multiple tools. In the pick 6,
Carryovers.
yeah, the 4 will pay 40,000. 11's paying 81, 9's paying 27, and then a bunch of consolations probably.
Those are carryover horses.
All right.
The 4, the 9, and the 11 are the only horses that are paying out. And those are the same 3 horses that were taking all the money in the multis, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Chris, with a Seinfeld reference. Gotta love it. George Costanza, favorite names, Soda.
Huh.
I don't remember that episode. I'll have to. Terry and I have actually been watching them at night before we go to bed because they're just a great way to relax and wind down. Dan H, yeah, the 11 has never gotten the lead. Got it out of that post. Added blinkers and, aggressive ride. That's how you win those races, right?
Yep.
Yeah, here, right, look. Exactly what we talked about. We've seen it now 2 shows in a row, Ciaran. Late scratch, get off the favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite never wins.
Nope, that was the kiss of death, for the 9. I ran way better than the 6, but it's still kiss of death again.
Same with Dean. Look, every time they have a scratch,
No, it has
is
been
out,
every
long
single
shot.
time. I literally was walking away and I was like, well, I already know what's happening here. I'm not getting out, And if I'd done the all ball, the 3-5 would have won it. That's the only way to get out of it.
Right. Well, Dan was right. I mean, if you've shown tactical speed on the turf in sprint races against better horses and you don't make the lead in that race, you're never going to win. So Dan was completely right. Dean Hilt said the 4 also had no excuses. Yeah, the 4 was traveling well. Maybe the inside's not so great today. I'll have to go back and look. I always look at the charts after the race. We also have that data on the website, right, Ciaran, the track trends?
Yes, we do.
You want to explain what's going on with that? Because I think that's fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, we started adding something. Oh, and Frank, the thing you had added that I said was coming, I now have it automatically adding all those horses, the bias, to the horse notes that will now populate on the dashboard. The dashboard had a little stable thing here that wasn't getting info. I corrected that. So, like, for example, yesterday, Knightsbridge, bias aided. So it's on our horse notes, and next out, it's got a -2. It's going to downgrade it a little in the next. A lot of horses yesterday. There was one, let's see. Let me find one. Hit Show. You liked Hit Show, right, in the big race, Frank?
No, I like Navajo Warrior and Knightsbridge. I had Hit Show as an A, but my last A.
Well, that one has an upgrade for the next race because it ran against the bias, type of thing. So it's just another little, and I actually used that bias thing at Saratoga. It kind of useless to start a meet because you don't really know,
Sure,
and
of course.
It's starting to change on the routes. Closers are starting to, it's starting to get play fair, and closers started doing well. But right now, there's a bias shift. The track intelligence and say Dirt Sprint is showing an inside bias versus the earlier meet outside.
Is this Saratoga or here?
Here, right now. So
say that again.
Sprint, it's saying inside path is getting a bias upgrade right now. Didn't show. It wasn't the case this time around, but the way the results are starting to come in, it's saying that. Turf Sprint, closers are starting to do well versus it being balanced. Dirt route, speed versus the earlier meet. I mean, it's still a work in progress, guys. We're still tweaking with all this stuff,
Well, with the turf races, you're going to have them include the rail settings as well.
Yeah, I do have that on. I would say, and I actually had this discussion with a couple of the owners and trainers this weekend, and we ended up coming away with the same thing, that I would say on these biases and stuff, Dirt absolutely makes a point. Turf is a whole different beast.
I agree. There's usually not that much.
And I don't
And
think
the
it's
biases on turf you can kind of see with your own two eyes. I
early
agree with you.
speed or
Dirt, it's
closers.
way more important.
Early speed or closers, and then
Yeah.
like in California, we've got the rails moving out. In New York, we've got the inner track and the outer track.
Yeah.
So it
Turf
was
is
very
more of a
close.
chess match, Ciaran, right? It's
Yeah,
more about
correct.
was the horse, covered up, or in no man's land. Like, yes, we know pretty much with our own two eyes when speed is doing well at Santa Anita and when it's
Mhm.
not on the turf. Like, it's pretty obvious, right?
Usually by
Dirt
the
is a whole
second turf
different
race,
game. Is it speed? Is it closers? Outside? So I agree with you 100%. If you're gonna work on anything, work more on the dirt part of it than the turf
so I
part.
would say it has it on there just because it's a pain to program it out, and it's kind of like just glancing over.
Right.
But for
Right.
the bias stuff, really, guys, it really only is. I think it's only for dirt. Now I may be proven wrong as we keep doing this more and more,
Nah,
Frank. And we
it's way
start
more
tweaking.
important on dirt, Ciaran, because
Yeah.
they can't do much to the turf course. They're
No.
constantly toying with the dirt. They're harrowing it. They're sealing it. They're a million things they're doing with the dirt. They can't leave well enough alone. They have to do
Let's
something.
go hose it down tonight. It's playing.
Yeah, what
You
are you
come
gonna
in the
do?
next day.
All you can do with the turf is water the lawn. Like, you can't. It's not much you can do on turf.
Which actually does impact it too. People don't realize, like, if they overwater it, or if we get it,
Yeah.
if they water it and then we get like for Santa Anita, one of the things I really love is, when you've got your normal hot days, and then you get one of those little fly through the night, small little sprinklings of rain. Closers do very well at Santa Anita the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
With more given the ground.
I was
Here,
looking
Mike
at the
Whalen
will
wants
pays.
to know. Time for trifecta, Ciaran.
It is, but I was looking at the will pays on the pick 3, the all turf.
Oh yeah, what are you allowed to?
4 something or other. Hang on, you look and see. Make sure I put
Who
my
won the
bets in
first
on the right
leg? I'm
page.
trying to remember because we didn't do that. We weren't on for the show.
Maggles McGee. How am I not betting Maggles McGee? Come on, Frank.
I thought of that last night.
Maggles McGee.
Is she your aunt?
No, my aunt's was Sally's Wish. I went 11-3 to get out of that first leg. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it, and I'm trying to. I said on the show I was going to try and be tighter on the all turf, and take some convictions and maybe swing in a leg that gives me more options than, because right now I'm alive to my bombs that I wasn't going to be alive on the pick 3. So right now I'm alive to on the all turf. Pull it up here.
And
I'm
DTL
alive.
Crew, please let us know who you guys are alive to so we can look at those horses and root for each other if you don't mind. I'm sure you guys
Yeah,
are
I'm alive to the 1, 2, 4, 9, 12. I'm going to owe the
wow.
track money. Actually, although my bet is so small, I'm actually going to make money. The 1's paying $338. The 2's $1,500. The 4, let's not talk about. And the 12 is $153. The 4 is paying $66. Although my bet was $27, so I'm winning.
Winning.
But
Oh,
big
my
money
goodness, that's
today,
hysterical.
Frank. $144,000 in the all turf. I think that's
good. The turf racing at Del Mar is fantastic. It's a great bet.
yeah. That's
Can
very
you
nice
imagine if we
pool.
did a show for them? Forget it.
I
Be
know.
off the chart.
Yep. No one listens. No one listens.
No one listens. Second largest handle day for the Pacific Classic was yesterday, 29 million or something like that.
Wow.
The pick 3, Ciaran, was like, first of all, we came very close to our 500 mark in the double. We didn't make it though, 470 something.
Yeah, if we
very
done a show,
close.
we might.
And exactly, if we had done a show, exactly. And then the pick 3 was like 643 or something like that.
Okay.
You'll be able to read all about it. They're going to write stories. They're going to write history books are going to be all about these numbers.
You're drinking early today, Frank.
Nobody knows. Nobody even knows.
Right before the meet start, I told them, we said at the end of Santa Anita on this show, and when we were talking to Del Mar, we said, you guys will be doing $500,000 in the pick 3, and they're like, okay. Didn't believe it.
It's remarkable. So DTL Crew, we salute you. All right. What are you looking for? Your will pays, right?
Yeah, no, I already did it. They're crap.
Okay.
Unless the two Whopper factor. There we go. Come on, Tyler Bays. He'll be my new favorite guy. I was looking to do I'm going on the site and using the trifecta thing. I'm going to use a $24 budget. It freaking did fantastic for me. It gave me a trifecta yesterday, but I just do the boxes, and I added that chaos thing that we added before. Some of the races have chaos, some don't. But what I hit on yesterday was kind of what you had brought up on the show a while ago. Throwing, doing like the long shots over the favorite and then coming back and doing the favorite with them underneath. And that worked out great this weekend, playing around with that.
Well, yeah.
Right now,
for me,
right
it's
now
more like
playing,
your key horse. Key your course in first and then key it in second.
Yeah, and right now it's telling me 12, 11, 5 for a trifecta box.
12, 11, 5. You mean to use with the 4?
No, I'm just saying. I asked it to pick. Oh, I didn't click chaos. Hang on. It's still a work in progress,
you want
guys.
to share your screen so we can see what you're doing?
If it works, it didn't have a track intelligence, so it's still.
Okay.
I'm still tweaking around with some of the stuff on here. It's got a thing where I wanted to do chaos, and I had issues with it yesterday where it looks at our race animator, Frank, and if it doesn't see chaos in it, it won't give me a chaos horse, even though it has the information to do it. So I got to figure out why it's being annoying.
Can it just do a normal trifecta, like what it would suggest?
Yeah, right now a normal trifecta.
Good luck, John. John Allwell, Brooklyn John, 9, 10, 11, 12. I knew you were going to use the 10 because that's your man, Jersey Joe Bravo, on a Phil D'Amato horse. D'Amato crushed me yesterday, so if this horse wins, I'm just going to go hide under the covers for a week. Did you use the 10 here at all, Ciaran?
I did not, no.
Okay.
He's got Joe Bravo on. I mean, I've seen them using Joe,
I love Joe.
a little bit
Joe's
more,
good.
but
Joe's good. All I can say is that Neil Drysdale on a 3-2 shot in the pay leg, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
I need Rosario to work his magic here. John Bell, scratch, pivot, come on 4, 9, or 12. Yeah, good luck. 4, 9, or 12. 4, 12 is good. Although I'm only single to the 4 because that was my B ticket. I don't have the 9.
So on the website, one of the things I noticed when I was doing it remote, the menu is starting to bug the crap out of me. So I moved the menu. It's now a floating button if you're wondering where the menu went. Because I was trying to scroll down and 3/4 of the phone, Frank, had the menu and the bottom of the page. I'm like, I can't see this 1/4 inch of anything. So. Oh,
when you use the mobile version?
So when you're on the website and you scroll down, a pop-up menu will pop up for you. So the menu doesn't take over the entire page. It's just one of those things in the field, working it and going, this sucks. I can't get around. I'm trying to, and, some of the banner ads were in the way of what the information was. So I had to tweak that a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, it's still all in beta testing mode, really. That's why we need the DTL crew to start using it so we can get feedback.
No one has filled out any horse notes. They're all lazy.
Radar Robinson on the show. He'll know what that means. Feedback. Texas Terry says we love the DTL crew. We certainly do. And here's our man Jay. Texas Terry is the best drink. Yes. And while I was at the track, I ran into the great Jay Privman, and he made it a point to tell me, please tell Texas Terry I said hi. So there you go. Go ahead, Ciaran.
I'm looking to see why it was spitting out the trifecta. So Race IQ, Frank, has 12 as the number 1, strongest rating.
12.
Race Shape Fit is the number 11. Fits today's projected race shape, more than 1 ways to win. Bomb Alert rates as a live long shot, the number 5, and Perfection. Projected to be in the strongest finishing group. Perfect Trip, number 9 for a perfect trip. And Race Shape Fit, another one, while, the number 4 also fits along with 11. So
I happen to agree with all those statements, actually. I think they're all legit. You've won with that 5 horse before. Only you will win when John Ivory wins. He wins like one race every 10 years, but when he does win, you have him.
Yep. That's how it should
Well,
be.
I think that horse figures today. It's an older horse, honest, likes to come running late. There should be an honest pace in here. It's a good way to end the week. It's a good card. I mean, a good race. I knew the 4 was going to be favored. I didn't think Syntax was going to be favored for a second. I knew it was going to be the 4. 8-5. Okay, drifting up a little bit. A little short, though. So we'll see what they end up at. We have 3 minutes to post.
So I'm going to go, Frank. 12 over 11, 9, 5. I'm doing it right now. It might start getting exponentially silly. I'm going to do 12 over 11, 9, 5, 2, 1. And I'm going to put the 4 in third. No. I'm going to put the 4 in last place. That cost me $12.50. And
You're king of the 12 on top?
Yeah, 12 on top with those ones. And I'm just having the 4 coming in third place only, not in second.
I think you should put the 4 on the second line as well. I mean, it's not going to cost you that much.
$3 more.
How much?
$3 more.
Yeah.
And then
it's a big full field, you're not having the 4 on top. I think you can use the 4 in second and third if you're not using the whole 4 on top. So I think it's okay in a race like this.
And then I'm going to come back and put the 4 on top with all of those horses underneath.
All right. Well, if the 4 wins, I expect a new song on Thursday. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. It's Joel Rosario.
Hey, if he can't win on odds-on horses, which are probably like 50,
not odds-on, 7-5.
Okay.
This is the one time you need him, so he's not going to win. You know that, right?
Actually, I do not want him to win this one. I want 1, 2, 9, or 12 to win. I owe the track money if he wins.
Oh, so that means he's going to win.
Probably, but I still have him. So.
All right. Well, they're just getting on the turf course now, so they're 1 minute to post. Any weirdness on the board? No.
I mean,
the 9 is 5 to 1. The 12 is 6.
He's got a lot of money.
Double digits.
I thought the 6 or the 12 would have been a lot lower.
Well, I agree with you because I don't think either one of us thought the 4 would be 6-5. It just keeps sending it in.
The 9
that
is
really
getting.
Scares me. That's crazy.
The 9 is getting. The money that's going in on the 9 is going in on the nose. They're not hedging as much as the other horses, at least.
So I think the Crow money's already in, and that's why the 4 went. 4 went from 7 to 5 to 6 to 5. The 9 is still 5. The 12 is still 6. So they held steady. That's pretty good. That shows, market consistency. But some of these others had to go up. All right, they're at the gate. They're about to load. I would really like the 4.
So Frank, I just did win bets, $5 win bets on my Whopper Factor number 2 and the 30-1 number 5, just because.
All right.
We're here to help grow
everybody.
the pool.
We'll be back for a debrief after the races.
I was screaming for that 3 to get out of the way. I had to try every way to Sunday except the middle part.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. It's Joel Rosario. Oh, he is the king of the nightcap, man. Dude is the best. Best jockey in Southern California, and it's not even close. Would you like to amend your statement from 3 weeks ago?
Nope.
Okay.
He does what he needs to on favorites. He doesn't on others. When he starts proving me wrong, I'm using him on tickets, but he ran a lot
on
of
the right ones, on the ones that you have to pay the track money back.
He's missed on some good ones as well the last couple of days as well.
All right. I am sure the DTL crew was all over that, hitting everything 6 ways to Sunday. That was, yeah, I mean, that horse was such a strong.
Yeah, I think on the next show, Frank, I'm going to make sure that whatever our single is in the middle leg of the pick 3 is going to win. Because on the next show, if there's any gate issues, I'm immediately going to hammer the all button into the favorite in the last leg, or to Rosario in the last leg.
Well, Ciaran, there should be a console payout again, right? If you had the 1 in the first leg and the 4 in the last, you're going to get a console in the late pick 3.
I think you had to have the horse, don't you? I didn't have that horse.
If you had that horse on your ticket.
If you had the horse on the
ticket.
ticket.
You didn't have the 7.
I didn't have the 7.
I did have the 7, so I'm going to get the console as well as.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get paid twice on the pick 3, and then I have the double as well that I just,
The consolation actually might be pretty good because of the odds of the horse, Frank.
Yeah.
We saw that the other day, where we essentially got, $76 back on the cancel?
Yeah, $76.50.
You'll probably get the same or more today, I would say. Oh, the result's out. Let's see. Oh, you got to look. They don't really show the consolation on the pays, do they?
Well, yeah, I'll look on. Let me look on the ADW. They'll show it on the ADW. I mean, that horse was.
You could tell just the way the horse was sitting 800 miles back. It's like, all right,
horse didn't have a great trip either. Joel kept trying to get him in a good spot, but he was like between horses. That race was better than it will look on paper because the first 3/4 of that trip were not comfortable for that horse.
That's a race where you would love to hear, like how some of the stables take a quick snap with the jockey afterwards and give them, like, hey, this is what happened. The kind of the race flow. Oh yeah, it was all over the place. Let's not do that next time. Let's do this next time. That kind of little tidbit of information, goes so far, especially when you're doing your notes for horses.
Yeah. All right. Well, here, Ciaran, it's not good at all. I think because the 1 won the first leg. But anyway, the normal pick 3 paid $240.30. The conso paid only $17.70. The double paid $218.50. I have to think that these are. We'll have to run the Adelphi Value Finder and see if these are good payouts. They seem like they probably are.
That consolation seems low because the horse that scratched was 7-1.
Yeah.
So and when we
had
scratched
an
the other day,
and you had a crow horse, so maybe
the other day the crow horse scratched on us, and we made I don't know, to be honest. That's weird.
Yeah, who scratched the other day? I'm trying to remember.
It was the Phil D'Amato horse, that.
The one that you loved. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole day was built around that horse.
That's so weird. That is very weird. I don't know. I posted the link to
what it might have been? It's because there was a price in the last leg, maybe, and the favorite won this one, which diluted everything out of it. All right. Let's do the value finder, Frank. You ready?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, thank you, MTN. Conso 1770. Seems a little light. There she is, Danielle Cavalucci in the house. When are we going to see you down here, Miss Cavalucci? We miss you.
You ready for the double, Frank? Give me the pays.
All right. Danielle, you got to come down and gamble with us. You're such a good horse player. But thank you for joining the show. And MTN, Andy's 3 ran to his works. Okay, let me look What do you want to know, Ciaran?
The race
Payouts
8
for what?
For the double. So race 8 paid how much?
Okay, race 8 paid $24.60.
All right. What about race 9?
$4.80.
$4.80. All right. Let's analyze the value.
This has to be good.
Double. Oh wait. What was the payout?
It's a $5 double, Ciaran.
Yeah. No. What was the payout? I forgot to put in what it actually paid.
Oh, it actually paid $5 double paid $218.50.
I already know it paid more because it paid 50% more. $218.50. Excellent value. Paid 48% more than it should have on the win parlay.
I knew right away. I was like, that's crazy.
All right, $3. So the third leg is $4.80. I just need the first leg because I got the other ones.
Okay, that's the big favorite. So that race 7, $3.40. This is going to be great too, I think.
And how much was the total pay?
Well, remember there's a console, but let me tell you, the regular was $2.40 and 30 cents.
$2.40 and 30. Oh wait, analyze value. Should only have paid $150. You got 60% more than you normally would have.
And that's with the console sucking money out of your profit.
Correct. So would have
Unless
paid
you
even,
have the console.
it would have paid even more.
Wow. No, that's great. You know what, Ciaran? I'm going to go back. I'm going to look.
See this. If you guys are new, we do not see this at these other tracks when they're 50-cent pick threes or $1 doubles. They always end up almost paying the same or slightly more. It's these higher minimums is where we see these exponentially higher payouts. Just saying.
But also, you know what, Ciaran? Also, the pool sizes mean a lot.
Yes.
It means a lot. When you have 400,000 in your, pick 3 pool, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So, if you're, if it's not all favorites, you're going to see some really, really good pays. They go, $218, big deal. Well, big deal when it's supposed to pay $150.
Yep.
The will pays. I want to see which combo would have been. Like, why did it pay so good? You want to do the
middle leg? The middle leg is why it paid so good, Frank. 12-1 horse.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see if there was a horse in the nightcap that took a lot more money than it should have, therefore making the 4 a little bit of value. You know what I mean? But no, it doesn't look like it at all.
Well, the 9 took a lot of money. The 9, we were saying, like when we were coming into this race, like on the pick 3, the 9 was the second choice across every different bet. The 9 and the 6.
In this race or the previous race?
In this race, in the nightcap, the 9 was the second choice across all the pools.
Yeah, but not by like the 4 was 240 and the 9 was like 500. It had to be the middle leg, I guess. That's so crazy to me. You're not set up to do the pick 4, are you? The 50-cent pick 4?
Let me see.
I would absolutely love to do that. I could do it.
I did
with
not
a calculator,
do the pick
but
4. No.
I'll do it after the show. No?
No, I didn't set it up for that.
All right, I'll do it after the show.
What is the pick 4 anyway? I remember that bet vaguely.
They still have pick 4?
Yeah. Rolling pick 4s.
So the 50-cent pick 4 paid $90. $90.
That used to be the only bet we did at Del Mar. The amount of massive scores we got on that, especially Frank. On a pick 4, getting an 8-1 morning line, getting 11-1, and soda in the last leg, even with the chalks. Back in the day, we would have been looking at a few $100, $300-400 on that. $90 now. The value's just been washed away, pecked away by the crows. Which is why these bets are good.
The takeout is horrendous, and the minimum, I mean, that is just the playground of the crows. I mean, these bets are so good. They're so good.
And there's still a vast majority of bettors who just haven't connected the dots on it, which is amazing to me. And I think the problem is there's always a lot of the East Coast gamblers just discount California racing, and they're not looking at these payouts. I mean, you're getting these payouts with two legs having dominant favorites, and you're still getting those kind of payouts. But when they see their version of those bets, they're for 50 cents and they're diluted away, and they're like, those bets suck, you know?
You know what, Ciaran, you joked about this bet earlier on the show. I think you said it would have cost $36 if you went 1 all 4. Is that right? How many horses were in that middle leg?
It was going to cost. I think when I did it, there was 11 horses costing me.
In the middle leg?
Yeah, $33 or something like that.
Right. If you could have played that multiple times.
Yep.
And what did you say the percentage value was?
You made almost 60% more money than you should have.
That's crazy.
And even at the start of the show, I said when I was talking to guys, they were all saying, it almost seems you just have to pick the right leg to go all in to get the price, you know? Because one of the legs does bring chaos, whether it's something happens at the gate. I've just been picking the wrong leg. I keep stubbing my toe on the wrong race. Ouch! Wrong one to go all.
So, Ciaran, what was your try? Because I know you didn't have the 4 on top, but you had the other 2.
Yeah, I had every other horse that finished without the 3 for the next.
All right.
For a while, I was like, Pax and Wallop ran half a race. I was like, well, run another half there, Pax, and get ahead of. For a second, I thought 3 was my 60-1 horse, Frank, and then I was like, no, damn it.
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I thought the number 3 that ended up running second, I thought that was my 60-1 horse at first, and then I had to look at the screen. I was like, no, that's the one I don't have, so it's probably going to not fade.
Well, a lot of people talked about the 3, the Peter Miller horse, We the Hobby, and the 3 ran second, ran well. I want to make 2 comments about that because, Ciaran, we talk about, well, first of all, I'm very reluctant to bet Peter Miller horses in turf routes. It's not his thing. Yes, they could win, but the guy wins 30% every category. He's probably 8% in turf routes. But anyway, the second thing is, Ciaran, he was chilly the first 3 weeks of the meet. Dude is on fire now. So we always talk about getting on the trend before it becomes a trend. I would say keep a close eye on all of his horses. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%, especially on the non-route races. That's an automatic upgrade. And if he put his regular guys on, I mean, Giroux if Rosario was on that 3, Frank, he might have made a difference in that race. You know what I mean?
I feel so bad because Giroux, back east, he wins a lot of races, but when he comes out here, we talk about him like he's a nobody. He just doesn't know how to ride this circuit. You know what I mean? He just doesn't. Agreed?
100%.
All right, 2 more comments, and then we'll summarize things up. MTN, I love this. I did not know this. Fun fact. The 10, Ellen Jorth, is named after a character in Zane Grey's 1921 novel, To the Last Man. Did you read that in high school? How old are you, MTN? I'm kidding. I didn't know that. I know Zane Grey, the novelist, obviously. I never read that book. I don't know what it's about, but that is an awesome fact. Thank you for sharing that because I'm a literary person. Do they have an illustrated children's book edition for Ciaran and Mark Gelding?
No, I'm now gone to audiobooks, Frank. I prefer audio. It's too much work having to actually look at pictures and stuff. I prefer audio. Is your book in audio?
You tell me your Tuesday handicapping shows that you listen to when you're taking a bathroom break has now been replaced by audiobooks?
I think those Tuesday handicapping shows, because they're all going after each other, are probably entertainment now.
Yeah, they are. You want to listen to them. Not for the handicapping, but for the other stuff. I'm going to put this comment up, and then I'll let Ciaran take us out. I appreciate you guys. Great entertainment. Great horse picks. Mike Whalen, we appreciate you. Pivot, we appreciate the DTL crew. There is no show.
Go ahead. we need everyone to hit like on our videos. Like, and if you don't, subscribe, because, I mean, we got 600 people in here, Frank, and
Yeah.
I see some of these other shows that have 12 people watching it. I mean, we're not hip on how you boost your videos.
Yeah, we blow everyone away, and then all of a sudden we look and they got like 10,000 views that they probably paid for.
Yes, we need you guys to. We're the real deal. We need your help to. It helps the algorithm. You know, we get more. The more exposure we get, the more money we'll get in the pools, and you know, we keep growing the pools. These other tracks are going to follow the lead of Del Mar, and start doing these bets that we. You know, we love these low takeout bets.
That's a great point, Ciaran, because we just talked about that. A lot of the reason why these bets are working in SoCal is because of the pool sizes. Mm-hmm. You know, you go other places, 70,000, 100,000, your margin becomes a lot thinner, right? Because then, you know, there's less money in the pool. There's less. It doesn't really work, but it works out here, and there's a reason why, and that's because we are horse players. And we are betting. NYRA, we got a special show thanks to Adelphi on Travers Day, Saturday. NYRA is all about the horse player. They have made a huge bet on the old school retail human being horse player. They have a new facility at Belmont that they're going to open in the fall. They want people like us, real people, not algorithms, playing.
Adelphi was all over NYRA. They had their New York's racing partnership. They're well known. Just scan the code, show them some love, check out the horses they have. They find some very nice winners. They got a nice stable of horses there, Frank. And
you know what? To Matt's credit, and to Adelphi's credit, and to David O'Rourke, the CEO of NYRA, and everything that NYRA is doing. The very first meeting we had with Matt, we were talking about like, well, you know, the messaging and this and that, and you know, we were a little gaslit being on the West Coast that like even mentioning the very word CAW was like, you know, verboten. Like and he was like, no, you absolutely talk about it, because you know we're trying to figure out how is this game going to improve and move forward, and it's only going to get that way with horse players, because at some point, if the horse players are gone, it's going to be computer robots versus computer robots.
Yep.
And that's it.
Oh, for all the premium members, we have Saratoga, everyday Saratoga races. Like Frank and I don't do our write-ups, but the Race IQ has every race for Saratoga on there. So it's Saratoga Del Mar. And I'm enjoying betting Saratoga, so it's a new...
Well, Ciaran, we'll be doing write-ups for the Saturday show.
Yes.
The Travers, it's one of my favorite. Oh my God, it's going to be such a stacked card.
And I'll be doing it live on track if anyone's on track next Saturday. I think our plan is, although my plan was to do it out in the speakeasy on the balcony, Frank, but Shannon went up there yesterday and said it was like being in a sauna, but it's better than, I couldn't imagine what it would be like in the sweat box, in the press box. I got to hang out actually with Frank Miramarty yesterday for the last race up in the box, so.
Really?
Oh yeah. Then we went and had a beer down at the Paddock Bar afterwards. Yeah. So that guy he's the best. I was even telling other people. I was like, the 7's going to win this race, and then the 7 won the race. I'm just making up the number. And they're like, how did you know that? And I was like, I could tell by Frank's cadence in his voice. Because the horse was like 20 lengths back. I was like, he already knows who's winning.
There are a lot of good race callers out there, but the only one I trust.
Yep.
To pick up a move and give me hope when I think my horse has no chance.
Yeah.
Or if I think my horse, like, if it's in the bag, when I don't have to sweat, is because of what Frank says and his tone of voice. The dude is unbelievable. And he'll tell you this right now. He's like, everything that I do, Trevor Denman. He goes, Trevor Denman is the best race watcher of all time.
Correct.
Like, Trevor Denman knew immediately how a horse was traveling, what position the horse was in, if the horse had run. And for him to carry on that legacy of Trevor Denman and be so respectful of the history of his craft is incredible. I love Frank so much. He is my favorite race caller.
100%.
So, Ciaran, what is our schedule? Let everybody know.
We're
It's
back
a
to our
busy week for us
Thursday,
coming up.
regular Thursday show, and then we've got our special monster cast on Saturday. I don't know what the time is, but I'm assuming they're going to have the same kind of card that they did this Saturday, 12 races, Frank. Maybe they'll have 14 on Saturday, and we're doing the late.
You talking about Saratoga?
Yeah, for next Saturday. So I think
They
we'll
might have
probably
already
be going
drawn.
on.
They draw before us. Let me look.
No, they didn't draw yet. I looked earlier.
Oh, they might be having a draw party or something. But
So
yeah, you're
I'm
right.
assuming we'll be going on at like 3 o'clock, maybe, our time. No, actually, it'll be earlier than that, won't it?
We will let you guys know
Yeah.
as soon as possible. And I told you guys this on the previous show. Open and read the newsletter. I'm telling you right now. First of all, it's very entertaining. It's
Yeah.
very entertaining.
Today wasn't as funny, but yeah, I mean, to give you an example.
Yeah, I thought it was hysterical. Frank got Tim-tammed.
Yeah, Tim Tam today, and then hang on, let me find it here, just so I can give you
Frank
guys.
got Tim-tammed. I thought that was great.
Ciaran is back from Saratoga, where the airport security apparently forgot to confiscate his pick 5 winning tickets, and then
Yeah, because you did well.
both.
Frank got Tim-tammed.
And then there was a thing. They actually agree department. Both have number 6 and 4, and both have number 12. When Frank and Ciaran agree this much, either we're getting paid or the stewards should start reviewing the footage. So yeah.
No, it's very entertaining, but also, and I mentioned this on the previous show, it's not just because it's funny and we love it, but
I
it
don't like
does a really
reading-
good job of synthesizing the information because
Yes.
Ciaran and I do not discuss the races before we get on the show. We don't we're both working in a vacuum because that's our process. We do what we do, and when we come on the show, we talk. Yes, he may look at my matrix before the show. I may look at his notes, but everything changes once we get on the show. But I read the newsletter because it gives the highlights of how we may come together or we may clash. So, like mentally, like I'm prepared to jump in and be ready to talk about that stuff, and it's been really, really good.
Yeah, and every Monday I send out the meet recap. You know, now that we're in the middle of the meet, some of these trends and biases are really going to take effect. And then on Tuesdays I send the same thing out for Saratoga. So with a little spin, you know, Juan was on fire last week. It'll probably say Rosario's on fire now. Blah,
I was
blah,
just
blah.
going to say one morning he needs to tweak his jockey trend because it should have had Rosario 4 weeks ago. It's still yet to mention Rosario. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this week.
It's the win percentage. It's like, you know, Juan is at the dartboard and he's throwing 3 darts. Rosario is at the dartboard with 4 buddies throwing multiple hands of darts. So yes, that's why he has
I don't know.
wins.
I don't understand what that means. Like, what does that even mean?
He's winning because he's got the volume. Volume. At least he's winning on the favorites though, which is the big difference. And we talk about it a lot of time. If you're not winning on the favorites and you're getting on all the time, you know, your business is going to fall. When he's on these 7-5 shots, Frank, he's doing what he needs to do on the 7-5s. You know, and a lot of jockeys who lose the business don't win on those 7-5s. At least Rosario, when he's on the favorites, does it. If you need him,
you know what, Ciaran? That's a great point because if you read the newsletter, the favorites have not been doing that well at Del Mar. It's like way below average, like 22%.
Yes.
So it's been very tough to trust a favorite. But you're saying if Rosario's on the favorite, you can pretty much trust that one.
Yeah,
You
he's
saw that
doing
tonight.
what he needs to
That
do on the
horse won
favorite.
for fun.
Yeah, my negative with him,
Okay.
aside from my other bias, but my horse did suck, is if you need him to carry the horse across the line, it's probably not going to happen type of thing. But if he's on a favorite, you're
Why do you say that? I think he's
because
he's a terrific finesse. He's such finesse.
He's not done it on a bunch of prices for me, so that's why I'm still have that opinion. When he's on a favorite, you know, I'm not tossing him because I don't use it. I'm like, well, okay, there's the bingo square. Oh, he's on a 6-1. Yeah, okay, I'll put him on, but I'm not so sure if he can get this horse across the line. Might change. Like right now, Frank, he's at.
You really think that?
Right now, Rosario's had 100.
Who's going to outride Rosario from the 16th pole to the finish?
He is 50% above everyone else on rides. He's done 151 rides, Frank. He's got a 20% win rate.
That's fantastic.
50%, yeah, 50% in the money. So he's only winning 20%. But he's not. I bet if we look back, Huh?
Only? That's fantastic.
Okay. Juan's winning 25%.
Right.
That's why it keeps having him on top.
But
And
look
Juan
at the money, Ciaran. 50%. I told you. It took Rosario 7 days to get his timing back. The dude had like 11 places and 13 shows after the first 2 weeks.
Actually,
Now
you
he's
know what,
winning.
Frank?
Those places and shows are becoming wins. He'll
When we
probably
did the
end
seminar,
he will have a higher win percentage than Juan at the end of the meet. I'll tell you right now.
you know what we haven't done when we did the seminar, Frank? This was one of the things we talked about, that you had in your notes. We talked about, and we don't really talk. We should probably start looking at this now. We go into the meet. Who's the leading
What?
jockey, trainers, and owners? For the win and in the money percentage. Like right now, Rosario's 20% win, 50% in the money, 151 mounts. JJ's at 100 mounts, 25% win rate, 46%. But remember when we were going down there? Like if you want to look for someone who's hot and ready, look at that in the money, and then sometimes you'll see someone who keeps coming in. Like we did it with the trainers, remember? Phil wasn't winning much, and he kept being placed and show. And we're like, when he wins, he's going to win a bunch in stats. Like right now, Umberto, 53% in the money, 21%.
Well, we talked about it for 2 weeks. His timing was off a little bit, remember?
Yeah.
But then yesterday he was phenomenal. So
yeah, so when he gets ready to roll, who's been really disappointing? Jaramillo. 13% win, only 40.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, O'Neill kind of went cold, and Jaramillo's been not riding all of O'Neill's horses and is kind of riding with new stables, trying to get the new business, and the new stables have sucked.
Also, Ciaran, remember, this is probably his first. I don't think he's ever ridden like Del Mar for a full season. And Del Mar's it's quirky. It's very, very quirky. Here's my thing on Jaramillo. I think he's fantastic. I will take him on a dirt horse, any kind of dirt horse, any distance, whatever. I don't think he is as good of a turf rider as some of the others in here because the way his riding style, he's very aggressive. He likes to be forwardly placed. So in a lot of turf races, he ends up riding them like dirt races. And out here in California, you cannot stalk 3 wide on the turf course and have that finishing kick. You just can't. Like, look what happened when your horses are wide. You want your horses inside, covered up, get them out, and make the one run. So that's my little knock on him, but he'll figure it out. I mean, I know he's been around a long time, but he hasn't ridden Del Mar all that much, so maybe he'll pick it up.
We had one thing we didn't talk about. Del Mar handicap. The nominations are out. Only one East Coast invader.
Well, yeah, because it's not a grade 1. What's the purse?
The purse is a Breeders' Cup entry and 300,000.
300.
Test score is the only invader.
Oh, test score?
Yeah.
Ooh,
and everyone else
good.
is the usual horses that race against them. No one really.
No, I know it's a win and you're in, which is great, but is the purse that much, really? It is.
It's always been. That's the one. It's a grade 2. It's always been 300K. It's the one they've not bumped up. Yeah. I'm
so used to Santa Anita. Like the grade 1s are 300. So for a grade 2 to be 300, that's in California. That's pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. Santa Barbarian, no shot. Test score, a big shot. Nitty, oh my God, I remember that horse. No shot. Gold Phoenix, okay.
The post, Frank.
Atomic Age, no shot.
But look at the post we got. 4. Cover us up and ride around like the last time. It's a great post draw for us.
Here's a threat. Atitlan was a neck to you back last year in this race.
Yeah.
I mean, Gold Phoenix is better, but that's a threat. Mondego, you're better than. Old Pal, no shot. Flashiest, no shot. Oh, Pax a Wallop, really?
Yeah,
you have 2 horses to worry about. Test score and the Mandela horse, Atitlan. That's it.
Yeah, test scores only hasn't won very often.
Well, Pax a Wallop's in there, and that horse should provide a good pace. You might actually finally get a pace.
Yeah, I just like the last time. Like I saw that and I was like, yeah, Pax a Wallop's gonna go. Flashes sometimes goes.
Well, Ciaran, that's the other thing about Gold Phoenix. I mean, this horse is such a warrior. Every time we talk about You're like, Frank, I'm just worried about the pace. There's no pace. He's never had a pace. He's never had a race with pace, and he still wins. You know what I mean? Like, that's incredible.
If I have a choice of two things, Frank, pace is not the one I. All he has to be covered up. If you cover him up, the race is over. If he has someone on the outside of him for part of the race, the race is over.
I love it. Oh my God, it's going to be such a great Saturday.
Yeah, we'll have that'll be a long day because it's the Del Mar Handicap's the last race too on Saturday, Frank.
Well, remember last time we did the special Adelphi show for Whitney Day, we decided to stay on. So, but then again, you weren't at the track, so I guess we'll have to play it by ear. We're absolutely doing Saratoga for Travers, and our partner Adelphi. We'll play the Del Mar part of it by ear, but we'll always do our Thursday Del Mar show next week and the Sunday show. I had a little bit of a rough day yesterday. I'm glad I turned it around today, made a little bit of money. Ciaran, you hit the all turf, right? And a couple of other things. Not great, but you hit.
Yeah, I mean, at least I only spent $27 and it paid $66. So
there you go. All right, I'm going to sign off. I am Frank Scatoni. Get out, get up, get paid. Thank you, DTL Crew, and everyone else who's watching. Please like and subscribe and go to markgelding.com and sign up. You will not be disappointed.
You can hop on the newsletter.
Take us out.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all on Thursday.
Where the turf meets the surf down at Old Del Mar. Take a plane, take a train, or your broke down car. Frank and Ciaran are broadcasting near and far, while Mark Gelding's drinking at the paddock bar. Oh, the low takeout pick 3 makes us look mighty smart, with the high minimum doubles that pull at our heart. Just get to the windows and bet the high stakes. We're risking it all for the profit it makes. Those low takeout rules keep our pockets well lined on the top wagering show that you ever will find. So cash in your ticket, let's take home the dough. Where the turf meets the surf, may your higher prices flow.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.